In the hope of trying to clear up some of the misunderstanding about diamagnetism, paramagnetism, and Lenz's law. This is diamagnetism. Raisins are diamagnetic, as I think most fruits. It's diamagnetic. It doesn't want to go in the field between these two magnetic balls. It's popped out to the side, hasn't it? See what I mean? It doesn't want to go in the field. That means it's diamagnetic. Can't get it to go in the middle. So. Yeah, it's probably best if I do it by just gently moving the magnet to coax it to go in the middle. There you go. Pops out to the side. Try again. Popped out to the side. Popped out that side. So it's a very, very, very weak force. I think it's about 100,000 times smaller than paramagnetism. A better demonstration, perhaps. So try to push it that way. Can the camera see it? Yeah. There we go. So the magnet is pushing it that way. Push it back again. I'll keep it going. So you just keep pushing it because it's diamagnetic. Yeah. Try and stay about 3 or 4 millimeters away from it, really. Always going to be somebody saying, yeah, it's draft. Yeah, the magnet can, but the steel couldn't do that, could it? It certainly doesn't go in that magnetic field, does it? Because that's quite strong. It's extra strong in it, obviously. So, yeah, well, that shows you how weak the effect is, though. So this is diamagnetism. Because it doesn't want to go in the field, and I'm trying to avoid touching it. Doesn't like that, does it? It was almost like I actually did touch it, but I'm sure it didn't. I can't see from that side, I don't want to accidentally touch it. Push it around that way. I mean, carefully can to not cheat, because I don't want it. Doesn't do me any favours. It's such a weak effect. It's such a weak effect. But now back in, go on, don't touch it. Oh, fuck, I touched it. Well, that's diamagnetism. There. That's a piece of, it's a copper alloy, roughly 15 to 30% at the most, the conductivity of copper. If copper is 100, that's about 15 or 30. So I've got a piece of C101 copper, in other words, good nuclearly pure copper. And that's engineering copper, used for turning on a lathe and such like. It's a very springy material. Even though there's no Lenz's law effect from it, it likes to be in magnetic fields. It's paramagnetic, look, see? Hopefully the camera can see that. And even if it's non-magnetic, in ferromagnetic terms, it's paramagnetic. So when it's in a static field, it then aligns. It likes to be in the field. But again, it's a very weak force compared to ferromagnetism. Not to be confused with Lenz's law, which is like 100,000 times stronger or something. Now, to prove that point, copper, which really does react well to Lenz's law, that doesn't. That does. Copper, which reacts really well to Lenz's law. Copper is diamagnetic by rights. Doesn't like to be in the field. But such a weak effect. I've already shown you with diamagnetism. You see, copper itself doesn't give a shit, does it, about being in the, doesn't want to. Right. This is diamagnetic, doesn't want to be in the gap. Lenz's law wise, brilliant, you know what I mean? So it'll react if I move it. That's due to induction. That's why I have to keep this dead still when I'm trying to do this. Oh, fuck. Bastard. Blow on it. It's slowing to a sudden halt when it gets into the middle of the magnets due to Lenz's law, not due to paramagnetism or diamagnetism. So it's diamagnetic, therefore it's not attracted to the either magnet, doesn't want to be in the field, but it's such a weak effect, it's not got enough oomph, technical word, oomph. It's not got enough oomph to escape out of the field. But when we blow it, then it's inducing current in it, which has its own opposing field, alternating opposing fields, it swings in and out, which causes it to break, come to a nice sudden stop. There you go. Doesn't swing forever. That stops the swing. Lenz's law stops the swing. There you go. Paramagnetism can't do that. That's Lenz's law. That won't happen with this because this is a poor conductor, so Lenz's law doesn't work very well at all with this. Whereas the one we're looking at right now is a really good conductor. Virtually pure copper, C101. So Lenz's law works great in it. I think the only metal it works better in is silver. There you go. See, it's just a dead stop. Paramagnetism won't do that. Dead stop. Lenz's law breaking effect. See, we've got stupid twats like Ken Wheeler confusing people by buying ridiculous sized magnets and copper slabs. I know, cheap it and get them for copper like that. That's C101. Fucking lovely stuff. Anyway, so that's Lenz's law, not paramagnetism. Copper is diamagnetic. It doesn't want to be in the field. Ah, it popped out then, just like the raisin did. Whether the camera could get it or not. See, this is what happens if you don't have the magnet here and you blow it. Surprise, surprise. Swings for about 7 years. I've told you a million times, don't exaggerate. See, it doesn't want to go in the field. I'm magnetic. But Lenz's law swamps that effect, because the Lenz's law effect is massively more significant. The Lenz's law effect only works with a changing magnetic field. I know the magnetic field's static here, but because it's swinging in and out relative to the copper, it's changing. And Lenz's law is such an important aspect of physics. It just really angers me that people should know better. I mean, like the Waterloons of this world, who will do lecture after lecture, briefly mentioning Lenz's thing. That's Lenz's law, that's Lenz's law, but he's never explained it properly, so people get the wrong end of the stick. It's all well and good fucking chalking 6 pages of fucking Greek symbols and God knows what on a blackboard, and talking about all sorts of ridiculous nuances that there's neither use nor honor to anybody. What people really need to understand is that Lenz's law is a physical effect, a very, very powerful physical effect. To fuck on about paramagnetism and diamagnetism for about 3 days, it's utterly pointless. How important is paramagnetism and diamagnetism in general day-to-day life? I can only think of one example where diamagnetism comes in useful, and that's in tape recorder heads, dated, redundant technology, which goes in the micron gap of a record and replay at beryllium copper in the gap. Anyway, Lenz's law affects so much of our daily lives. It's the most important law in my fucking boots. So, I'm saying that this won't happen when we do this now, when I put this back to... Try that. See, this is paramagnetism. It wants to be in the field. The copper's diamagnetic, and Lenz's law took over and brought it to a halt. But this is... see, it wants to stick at one pole or the other, but you can't get it to do any Lenz's law effect. Well, very little. Just wants to stick to the frigging magnets. In the hope of trying to clear up some of the misunderstanding about diamagnetism, paramagnetism, and Lenz's law, this is diamagnetism. Raisins are diamagnetic, as I think most fruits. It's diamagnetic. It doesn't want to go in the field between these two magnetic balls.